Okay, in this video, in this lecture, I am going to explain geometry of single point cutting tool. It's offered in the session 2. The main aim of the session is students with understand what is the nomenclature of the single point cutting tool, the instructional objectives. This session is designed to demonstrate the importance of different surfaces and angles on single point cutting tool, identify different geometry of the single point cutting tool. The learning outcomes of this session is the students may understand the importance of geometry of the single point cutting tool, and students are able to understand isometric and orthogonal use of single point cutting tool. So, now let us see that how the tool geometry of the single point right hand cutting tool. Actually, this cutting tool have the left hand and right hand. Now, I am to explain the right hand cutting tool, how it looks like. First, we will see the 3D image. Now, you can see that this is the 3D view of the single point cutting tool. Now, in the side I can also show for clear understanding what is the orthogonal view of this isometric view, that is the front view, side view and top view. Now, you can see that different the faces are identified in this cutting tool. This is the shank portion of the cutting tool. This entire portion is call it as a shank portion, and this top surface is called it as a face. You can able to see that both in the top view and in three-dimensional view, that face I want to show it. Then the flank, this side face, call it as a flank. Here also you can able to watch in the front view, that is the flank. Now, this edge is acting as a cutting edge. Main cutting of the material is taking place through this edge. That edge is known as a cutting edge. Then first we will show the what are the different axes. Now, this is the axis of the tool, and this is the horizontal axis and this is a vertical axis. Okay. Now, we are representing the axis. With reference to the axis, we are going to measure the angles of different surfaces that I want to show it now. Now, let us show here, you can see that this angle is the clearance or end relief angle. Its angle is known as clearance or end relief angle. Basically, it is having the two types of angles that you can clearly observe in the front view. Now, you can see that this is the angle of the surface of the tool, that is known as end relief angle, and one more angle, that is from here to this the end, that angle is the end clearance angle. So, you can see that here clearance or end relief angle, that you are clearly observe in the front view, end relief angle and end clearance angle. Next, you can able to see that here there is one more line is drawn here in the top view. Also, you can able to have simultaneously you can able to see that. So, this angle is known as side cutting edge angle. Side cutting edge angle, that we are representing here. This surface is having this the inclination, that is a side cutting edge angle. Now, you can observe here there is a lines are displaying here, and also you can side you can able to observe both at a time. I want to show it for a more clarity of this angle is known as side relief angle. This angle is known as side relief angle. Now, you can see that here there is one line is drawn at the same time in the top. You can observe here this is the angle. So, this angle is known as end cutting edge angle, end cutting edge angle. Now, you can observe here there is a lines are come inside. You also observe at the simultaneously all these lines are displaying, and this angle is known as side rake angle. This angle is known as a side rake angle. Now, you can observe this angle, okay, that angle shown both in the 3D view and in the front view also, that is known as back rake angle, that is known as back rake angle. So now you can see that this is the nose radius, and one more is here you are measuring the distance of this, you can clearly observe in the front view, that is known as the lip angle. Okay. So you see that now these are the all different geometries you can represent on the single point cutting tool. The main parts of the single point cutting tool is the shank, face and plank, and the angles, the edges, cutting edge, and the different angles are shown in this. So this is all these are, you can call it as a nomenclature of single point right hand cutting tool. So main summary of this session is this part of the session has allowed us to understand the nomenclature or geometry of the single point cutting tool. I hope everyone can understand this session. Close end.